My first year, my body started to attack itself. Literally was shutting one system down at a time. My lungs were shutting down. I was on and off the vent 5 different times that first year in 2021. And not only that, my cardio system, my heart rate was going crazy, my blood pressure was going crazy, and it was just one thing after another, system after system, till I was literally bedbound, wheelchair bound, and dependent on everything. And this was huge. I lost the life that I had, and everybody looked back or was in that situation. You're like, I don't know how you did it. I couldn't do it. Well, quite honestly, I don't know how I did either, other than I had one goal, and it was to not die. And honestly, you are so caught up in trying to just survive one day at a time, physically, medically, that all your energy, every aspect of your being is put into not dying. So, yeah, what they don't tell you is after that fight or flight, survive or die mode, then you enter into another battle. And that's the battle in your mind. And that right there can be just as detrimental to lose and fatal if you don't learn to fight and survive every single day. For me, the physical battle was very difficult. I was in and out of the hospital. I was on and off the vent. I had a tracheostomy for 3 years. I had to learn how to walk again, to pretty much do everything physically. My stomach wasn't working. I had a feeding tube for a couple years. My bladder wasn't working. Had suprapubic catheter, bladder stem, a multitude of things. System by system was failing. But no matter what was going wrong, I thought, I can get through this. I can beat it. I'm strong. I've got this. And there was one thing that kept me going forward, and that was hope. And hope was still there in the beginning, especially, and it was strong because to me it was just a road bump. It was something that was temporary, and I was going to get through this. And on the other side, I was going to see that life that I had before, and I was going to see it again and be able to live it. But with day after day, month after month, year after year, that realization starts to fade. And where you were before is looking like someone you'll never see again. And that is the mental struggle and where it sets in. And, before all this, I had just received my doctorate. I was a physical therapist. I have 3 kids, single mom, loved being able to be active with my kids. I was working a job that provided financial security and just bought a house, and I was loving it. I loved the work that I did. But I was at the point that every aspect of me that was my purpose and that was leading towards that dream that I've always had and was working towards was now stopped. And there was a complete roadblock. And I could see what I wanted, but there was no hope in ever getting there again, is what I had come to the realization. And when you have to reevaluate what your dreams are and what are actually possible now, knowing that you may have to change direction, it's hard. It really is. And I know for me, I remember sitting in the car. I love 99-cent Sonic drinks, half price. And I thought I wanted to get a drink. And so I was digging out my change and realized that I was 4 cents short. Yes, 4 cents. And it may seem silly to you, but I literally sat there and broke down into tears. Yes, I couldn't find 4 cents. I was frantically searching through the floorboards, through my change, just to find those 4 cents so I could find happiness that day in a 99-cent Sonic drink. And I'm even tearing up now. I know it's silly, but it's like you were somebody that was so on top of your dreams, you were financially secure, and now you're sitting here in your car crying over 4 cents because of where life has put you. And it makes you feel like a complete and utter failure. And that's kind of how I felt in all aspects of my life. And it was hard. And mentally, like I said, this was a harder struggle for me than it was physically. And I look back at some of those times and I'm like, yeah, how did I survive? But now this is my day-to-day, and this is what I'm going to do the rest of my life. It's not a short temporary thing. It's a day-to-day battle. And with that comes the mental battle within itself. And the way that I've learned to cope with these things are, I had to find what made me me. What drove me, what gave me purpose. And I tried different things like, okay, what can I do? Maybe I can do puzzles. I love to use my brain, do puzzles. So I did that, and it was great. But at the end of the day, it's not like, hey, I just landed a 6-figure job, or hey, I just made this person walk again. No, it was like, hey, I completed a 1,000-piece puzzle. Yay, me. No, I mean, it was successful and it was great, and I still do puzzles, but it wasn't that self-fulfillment that I was looking for. And so going back, I had to think, what did I do in my career that made me so fulfilled? You know, paycheck was great, of course, but what was the deep root of that? And that was helping people. And I wanted to be able to help people. My mind was still there. My body wasn't cooperating, but my mind was there. And I wanted to be able to use that and help people. But how could I do that? So at first I started out, I was telling my story on different platforms, and this in itself was healing by any means. Anytime you can get up and tell your story and the people that are listening are supporting and encouraging you, it is a whole nother level of healing. And then to find people and connect with people out there after telling your story that are in the same shoes as you, that is huge as well. But I wanted to take this to a different level. I felt like I was this crazy book bursting to open, full of not only my background of PT knowledge that I wanted to continue to share, but also I think about all these crazy things, a cat with 9 lives that I've survived and gone through, and the experience, the personal experience, things that many people won't experience. And the ones that are out there are looking for others, for comfort, for guidance, for, being the patient or their caregiver. And I thought, what better way to do that than YouTube channel? And like I said, I shared my story through this, and this was a personal channel. But here in the last couple of months, my goal has been to reboot it and not only bring you all information through educational stuff, which you've seen my last few videos. I'm kind of the nerdy PT. I do like to share information, and I've been talking about assisted devices and stuff like that. And I will continue to do that, but I also want to incorporate personal things in videos like this, more of the personal side and the experiences I've gone through, to kind of even out that aspect. And, I want to be able to share my knowledge, because not only am I hoping to help you, but I'm hoping to help me and give me purpose and find a way that I can do that, even though I may not be able to return clinically as a physical therapist. I can maybe do it through YouTube. And that is the main thing about rebooting this channel. But back to, it's the thing that gave me purpose. It is the thing that I found within myself. And that's what you have to do. You have to find out what truly guides you and motivates you. What is it? Is it goal accomplished? Do you like to write to-do lists like me? I love to-do lists. My to-do list used to be full of stuff, whether I got them done or not. I like to write them down, and I like to cross them off. And it used to be like, I'll you know, redo my closet or reorganize my kitchen or redo the landscaping or crazy big stuff that I would have goals for, especially on my days off. But now I still write to-do lists because they're fulfillment for me. And that it may be, at the beginning, it was take a shower. It was get into regular clothes, not your pajamas. Maybe put on some makeup. Maybe go to the dollar store. And hey, if I'm feeling really good, maybe the good old Walmart. But things like that I could see, yes, I did that. Cross it off. Check. I felt accomplished. And so you have to find that, whatever that may be, whether it's something as small as a to-do list or whether that's finding out how to share your knowledge and your skill that you're not able to do in the same way, but maybe now in a different way, like me rebooting this channel and sharing these videos. And whatever that is, you can't be afraid to say, whoa, plot twist, change, reverse, and go towards a different path, a different goal, because it doesn't mean you're a failure. Not at all. And that's something you have to keep telling yourself, as I do me. It just means that you're going to find success and fulfillment in a different way than you originally planned. And in order to go into these mental battles to prepare for chronic conditions, things that aren't going to get better or may not get where you want to be or were, you've got to learn how to deal with those. And the only way to do that is prepare yourself for those battles. You've got to take that stone that you know you have purpose and you know you have hope. It may be a different looking stone, but you're going to take that with you into battle. And when you see that Goliath staring you in the face, telling you you're never going to get better, why even try? Just lay down and relax, because there's no point in getting tired, because you're not going to be able to do much anyway. Or whatever the struggle or whatever those little tiny voices are in your head that bring you down to that deep, dark place, you're going to pick up that stone of your faith, of your motivation, and you're going to launch it straight at that Goliath of a struggle, of a mental battle. And guess what's going to happen? Bam. He's going to fall, he's going to hit the ground, and you know what? You're going to survive that day. And that's what it takes every single day, surviving that day. And I wish I could tell you a simple trick, a light switch that you could flip on and it'd be like, ta-da, this is the idea, this is how to make this day better. In all actuality, I still find myself laying in bed, in my bathroom, in tears. But you know what? It's okay to be there. It's okay to have those moments. But the thing you can't do is you can't live there. And that's what no one explains, is how hard that struggle is. They explain maybe how physically challenging or medically challenging, but what a lot of people don't talk about is the mental battle. But I'm here to tell you that no matter what you're going through physically, that there will be a mental aspect that you have to learn to survive and fight. And if you don't, it can be just as fatal. But it can be done. It's not easy though. I hope this video provided some information and inspiration, because that's my purpose, that's my drive, and that fulfills me. So hopefully I was able to do that. And yes, I may be a little bit awkward on the videos, the educational side that I've done and this one, but I'm learning to kind of curve that introverted, camera shy girl into somebody that is a little bit more natural. So hopefully over time these will get better. But if you like this type of material, write it in the comments below. It will help inspire, encourage me, and give me ideas. Even though I have tons of ideas, I don't know which one to go at first, of what things you want to hear, what different things like I've experienced that you want to know about. Any of those things, drop them in the comments below, and watch for more of my videos as I continue to deliver educational content, anything that can help chronic conditions and people living those, and then also videos like this, a personal touch with more a deep dive into me. So I'll see you in the next video.